Asterisk Canadian dollar at C$1.2571, or 79.55 US cents. Asterisk bond prices mixed across flatter yield curve. Toronto, April 17. Reuters, the Canadian dollar steadied against its U.S. counterpart on Tuesday, holding near last week's 7-week high, as investors digested stronger than expected domestic manufacturing data ahead of a Bank of Canada interest rate decision on Wednesday. Canadian factory sales grew by 1.9% in February from January on higher sales in the transportation equipment industry, Statistics Canada said. Analysts had forecast an increase of 1.0%. After a cool start to the year, factories were humming again in February, Royce Mendez, a senior economist at CIBC Capital Markets, said in a research note. Money markets do not expect the Bank of Canada to raise interest rates this week. But central bank optimism about the country's economic outlook could raise expectations for a hike as soon as next month. At 9:14 a.m. EDT, 13:14 GMT, the Canadian dollar was trading 0.1% lower at C$1.2571 to the greenback, or 79.55 US cents. The currency traded in a narrow range between C$1.2550 to C$1.2579. On Wednesday, it reached its strongest level in more than 7 weeks at C$1.2545. The modest decline for the loonie came as the price of oil, one of Canada's major exports, fell despite investors' growing concern over the potential for disruptions to crude supply, especially in the Middle East. U.S. crude prices were down 0.7% at $65.77 a barrel. The ministers leading the renegotiation of the North American Free Trade Agreement could meet again on Thursday in Washington as they push for quick progress, Mexican Economy Minister Ildefonso Guajardo said on Monday. Canada sends about 75% of its exports to the United States. Its economy could benefit if a deal is reached to revamp NAFTA. Canadian government bond prices were mixed across a flatter yield curve, with the 2-year price down 0.5 Canadian cent to yield 1.881% and the benchmark 10-year rising 6 Canadian cents to yield 2.266%. On Monday, the 10-year yield touched its highest level in nearly 4 weeks at 2.292%. Reporting by Fergal Smith, editing by Bernadette Ball.